Welcome children to the third part of knowing our numbers. In this video you will study about rounding of numbers and Roman numerals. So as you know, if you are rounding off a number, so if the number is between 0 to 4, the number used to remain the same. And if it is more than 5, it is equals to 5 or more than 5, then we used to round it up. So let's go through the rules of rounding off. So suppose a number is there, and if you have to round off the number, suppose nearest tens you have to round off the number. So if you have to round off the number tens, then you have to see the ones place. If the ones place is equal to 5 or more than 5, then you will give one carry to the tens place and the ones place will become 0. And if the ones place is having the number 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, then no carry will be given to the tens place and the ones place you will make it equals to 0. So this is the rules of rounding off. Now let's do some examples. So see the first question. In the first question you have to round off the given numbers to the nearest tens. So let's do it. The first number is 77. So since we have to do it nearest tens, so we will see the ones place digit, and the ones place is 7, which is greater than 5. So if the ones place is greater than 5, then one carry will be given to the tens place, so and the ones place will become 0. So the rounded off number to nearest tens will be 80. Similarly, if you have to do 903, the number is 903, and if you have to round off it to nearest tens, then you will see the ones place, and as you can see in the number, the ones place is 3, which is less than 5, so no carry will be given and the ones place will become 0. So the rounded number to nearest tens will be equals to 900. Similarly, 1205 also if you see. So if you have to round off near the number 1205, so you will see if you have to round off it to nearest tens, then you will see the ones place, and the ones place is equals to 5. So one carry will be given to the tens place, so the number will become 1210. So this way we will do the round off. Now let's do the next question. Estimate each of the following number to their nearest 100. So two numbers are given here and we have to round off it to nearest 100. So again, if you have to do round off to nearest 100, then you will see the tens place. In the given number 1246, we have to round off to nearest 100. So we will see the tens place, and the tens place is equals to 4, which is less than 5. And if it is less than 5, then no carry will be given, and the tens place and the ones place will be converted into 0. So the number 1246, when you will round off it to nearest 100, it will become 1200. Similarly, the next question also let us do. The next number is 32,057 and we have to round off it to nearest 100. So for rounding off to nearest 100, we will see the tens place. The tens place is equals to 5, which is equal to 5 here. So one carry will be given to the 100 place, and the tens place and the ones place will become 0. So the rounded off number will be 32,100. So the next question is, we have to estimate the given number 25,148 plus 7,394 plus 9,343 plus 752, and we have to do a rough estimation. So whenever rough estimation you have to do, you have to round off the number to nearest 100, and whenever it is called for a closer estimation, estimate it to nearest tens. So in this question we have to do a rough estimation. That means the number we have to round off to nearest 100, and then we have to perform the addition. So let's do it. So 25,148, when you round off it to nearest 100, this will become 25,100. 7,394, when you will round off to nearest 100, this will be 7,400. And 9343. When you round off it to nearest 100, this will become 9300. And the last digit was 700, number was 752. When you estimate it to nearest 100, this will become 800. So now we have to do the addition of these numbers. So let's perform the addition. So when we add 25,100 plus 7,400 plus 9,300 plus 800, you will get 42,600. So the estimated sum of the given number will be 42,600. Now the next question is estimate the following product. You have to do the estimation. First number is 86 multiplied by 316. So if you no such condition is given that you have to do the estimation according to the highest degree of the number, then you will simply do, if a 2-digit number is there and a 3-digit number is there, so you will do a closer estimation. So what you will do, you will round off the numbers to nearest tens and then you will find out the product. So the first number is 86 multiplied by 316. So when 86 will be round off, it will become 90, and when 316 will be round off, it will become 320, and then you will multiply it and you will get 28,800. Similarly, the next number, if you see, in the next number we have 898 multiplied by 786, and no such instruction is given that higher degree of you do or rough estimation you do, or simply if it is given that estimate, then what you will do, if a 3-digit number is given to you and no such place it is given that round off it to nearest tens or 100, nothing is given, then estimate, do the rough estimation. So round off it to nearest 100. So 898 will be equals to 900, and 786 when you will round off, it will become 800, and now you will multiply them. So 900 multiplied by 800 will give you 72 and 4 zeros, which will be equals to 7,20,000. So this way we will estimate it. Now Roman numerals. So in Roman numerals, you know, we are using certain symbols to represent the number. So M is used for representing 1000, D is used for representing 500, C is used to represent 100, L is used for representing 50, X is used to represent 10, V is used to represent 5, and I is used to represent 1. So certain rules are there. So let's go through the rules. So some rules that we have to use here is, if a symbol is repeated, its value is added as many times as it occurs. So if a symbol is repeated, suppose X is written twice, then its value will be equals to 10 plus 10, that will be equals to 20. If a symbol, suppose I is repeated 3 times, that means 1 plus 1 plus 1, that will be equals to 3. But some symbols are there which are never repeated. They are L and D. They are never repeated. Okay. And the symbols which can be repeated, they also, we don't repeat them more than 3 times. Up to 3 times only it is valid to repeat. For example, I is repeated 3 times. X is also repeated 3 times, and then we repeat C 3 times, and then M is also repeated 3 times. Other than these, the symbols V, L and D are never repeated. Now the next rule is, if a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of greater value, its values get added to the value of the greater symbol. For example, suppose the number V and I is written. So this I is written after V. V is a greater number, and after that the symbol I, which is a smaller number symbol, that is written. In such cases we used to add the number. So 5 plus 1, this represent 6. If a symbol is written to the left of a bigger number, So suppose if I write here XC, so C is a bigger number, and if a smaller symbol is written before it, then we have to subtract this smaller number from this bigger number. So from 100 we'll subtract this 10. So this number XC is representing 90 to you. Similarly, suppose if XL is there, again L is a bigger number and before that X is there. So if this is X is written before L, that means from this L we have to subtract this X. That means from 50 we have to subtract this 10. So this will represent 40. The next one, and one more information I want to give you. Suppose if you have to if you 1000 is there, you represent it with the help of M. If 2000 is there, then you represent it by 2M. 3000 is there, then by 3M. But if it is more than 4, if more than 3 means 4, 5, 6000 is there. So suppose if a number, if you are having a number which is 5000, and if you have to represent it using you have to represent it that bigger number, then for that you make the symbol of 5. So we are representing 5000, so above that we will make a bar. This bar means 5 is multiplied by 1000. So if you have to represent 5000, you will make V, and above that a bar you will make. If you have to represent, suppose 10,000, if you have to repeat, then write 10 here and then make a bar. So this will represent 10,000. So this way we represent very large numbers. Now some Hindu-Arabic numbers, numerals and their Roman numerals. So first number that we have to write is 289. So you can do the write it in the expanded form. This can be written as 200 plus 80 plus 9. So 200 means 2 C's. If you have to write 80, then L and triple X, and 9 means I and X. So this way you have represented 289. Now if you have to represent 490, so 400, for writing 400, what you will do? From 500 we have to subtract 100 to get 400. So we will write CD here. So this is representing 400. Now we have to write 90, that also XC. From C we have to subtract this X. So 100 minus X will give you 90. So you have to represent 490 as CDXC. Now suppose you have to represent the number 995. This is equals to 900 plus 90 plus 5. If you have to write 900, so you will write CM there. This reflect 900. Now 90 XC and then 5. So this way you will represent 995. Now suppose one more number I am taking here, 1001. So if you have to represent 1001, 1000 plus 1 you have to represent. So 1000 means M and 1 means I. So 1 and then I. So this will be representing you the number 1001. So this way Hindu-Arabic numerals we can write in the Roman numerals. Now let's take a bigger number 1984 and let's write it in the Roman numeral. So 1984, you can see in the expanded form it is written as 1000 plus 900 plus 80 plus 4. Now this 1000 you can represent by M, this 900 CM, this 80 LXXX, and then 4 IV, and together you will write it. So this will represent 1984. So M CM LXX IV. So this way we have represented 1984. Now if really big numbers, as I explained you before only, if you have to write very big numbers, so for that we use the symbol for showing 1000 we used a bar there. So if you have to represent suppose 50,000, suppose if you have to represent 50,000 here, so for that you will write L and you place a bar, which means 50 multiplied by 1000, and this is equals to 50,000. So for representing very bigger numbers you use a bar or dash above the number symbol, Roman symbol. Hope it is clear to you. Now write Hindu Arabic numerals for the given numbers. So let's write it. So first number is LXXVI. So L means 50, triple X means 30, and VI means 6. Add these both, all the three numbers, you will get 86 here. This number now see, XCIX. So XC represent 90, means C means 100, and in the left of C if any number is there, then we used to subtract. So in the left of C X is there, so subtract 10 from there. So this will give you 90 and then 9. So 90 plus 9, 99. So hope it is clear to all of you. So we have discussed today rounding off and Roman numerals. Now this chapter is completed. Now complete the exercise, all the exercises of your ML Agarwal in your copy. Hope you all have understood this chapter.